Hey guys, quick one. If you feel you have a lot of self-hate, if you feel you have a lot of self-talk that is super, super negative, I want to ask you to give yourself some time to actually understand you don't need to do this anymore. You don't need to push yourself down to fill a box for someone else, live a life for someone else. You don't need to do that. I understand it's a pattern you're following. I understand it's a behavior you're following because you may still live according to how you got raised. And I have so much compassion for you. You know, this is a difficult one because we know we stand in our own way to feel better, to do better, but we somehow cannot step out of it. We feel so limited because we feel if we would have gotten the approval that we needed, we would have been way farther. Why can't my family, for example, just be happy with who I am? Why can't they just be okay with who I am? Why do I have to change so much? Why can't I show up as me? You see? And that's when this self-hate comes in, right? I'm not enough. I'm just not that person that need to be here, that needs to show up, and I cannot fulfill that role. And in that as well, we are making ourselves so miserable. We are making ourselves miserable because we think that we need to check all those boxes. This is when we still keep looking out for validation from people who don't have the same values than we do, who don't want to step up and be in their true self and feel themselves fully, you see. They're oftentimes also just following what they have been taught. And it's not about to say, that was okay, right? But it's on you to step up. It's on you to make a decision to step up, you see. And you can't just wish for it. You have to also take some actions. You have to realize that when you start to do those patterns and when you start to be in that role where you're cycling down, you have to catch yourself and be so brutally honest with how you feel and learn to soften into that, feel it, you know. You need to use your body. Your body's so wise. Your body can actually truly transport and transform that energy that you're exploring right now, that you're feeling. It can transmute it, right? I like actually the word alchemize it because it's not who you are. It's not what you are, right? In your essence, you are not your patterns, you're not your beliefs, you're not your emotions, and you're already enough. But you don't believe it because the self-hate may be so strong, may be so high, but you're only blocking yourself. You're blocking yourself because you don't know any better. But you see that you choose to watch this video is already a sign that you are trying to find something that helps you move out of it. I believe forgiving is a super, super crucial part here, but it may not be your step one, right? And forgiveness, that's something you need to understand that cannot be forced. You need to let go freely and not like, I'm done with that, I don't want to go there anymore, blah, 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 blah. And they are not getting it and being mean to them or whatsoever. It doesn't work that way, you see. Forgiveness works in a whole other level and has a lot of understanding that they operate on their awareness level, and this is not diminishing your pain, but it's about I'm honoring my own pain, I'm honoring my own shame, my own guilt, and whatever you are doing on the other side may not affect me anymore that deeply, right? Increasing their power, what they hold over you, and taking slowly your power back every single day, a little step further. And when you start to feel anxiety by doing that because you're changing, right? You start to see that you're changing from the inside out, right? You start to see, oh, now they're doing it again, and I'm then repeating it in my head. Maybe it also doesn't work that way for you. Maybe it's already when you wake up and then you start to have your little talk, and it's really negative, it's really self-hated. It's not how a good friend of you would talk to you, right? You gotta start to recognize when you're doing it, and maybe put yourself out of that situation, learning a new behavior that goes something like, I'm soothing myself, I'm more than happy to give myself some peace, I feel home here. I feel home in this body. I feel good to be in this body. I'm exactly the person I need to be, and I'm good enough. I will be able, with the skills I have and with learning, I will be able to have a life where I'm very pleased, where I'm happy, where I can experience more joy, more love, more ecstasy. This doesn't mean that you may never feel sad, but you see, feeling sad or shaming yourself, guilting yourself, having those really negative talks about looking in the mirror and feeling, oh my gosh, you're so fat, like having all this and having this anger. It's like an anger that we hold against ourselves that will slowly fade away. And I like that because it's like you can teach yourself to do different. You see, this puts you in a very powerful position, in a position where you can love more, where you can open up more, where you can feel more free, where you can develop a healthier version that is actually loving, that is kind, you see. When you're walking on the street and you're always judging yourself, you may also do this to other people. And this is in your energy field. If you don't want that anymore, you have to stop and you have to start to find other options on how to use your time that is actually wise for you. So raise the question, is it actually good for me to do X, Y, Z? Does this support my goal? Is it in my highest good of all and everything, right? I like that one very much because it also puts other people in their highest good. You're not only choosing for you to maybe not have this conversation or to have this conversation because you're not feeling this or that. And you see, learning to say certain things and be very precise, be present to who you are, right? Present to your body, present to your heart. What do I want? How do I want to show up? Do I really want to be that person? Do I really want to be that person who is always nagging on other people? No, right? No. I mean, who chooses that? Right? Who really when they're more conscious of what they're doing, who truly wants that? But you see, it needs to change in your awareness. You need to start to develop a sense of, okay, what am I thinking my whole day long? What are my thoughts? What are my emotions? How can I process all these emotions that I may have not processed? Can I include my body to actually release, right? So your womb, if you have one or not, if you're a female or a man, your womb is extraordinary in that, in transforming and transmuting those kind of heavy emotions, you know. You don't need anything, you don't need anyone. But if you can, sit down or lay down every single day and start to be like, okay, put your hands like this, put your hands on your pelvic area, on your lower belly, and start to ask, what have we not processed today? What can I process today? And this is not a, I need to get over it. This is not a rushing, this is not a punishing, this is not a, I need to blah, blah, blah. No, no. This whole thing works on the womb's own time and space. It's not working when you push. It's not working when you feel you know better. You know, surrender to the body's wisdom. You gotta surrender. Your body knows so well when it's the time to do so, and it will not do it when you try. Oh, this could be resolved. This could be resolved. Probably not gonna work. At least this is my experience. So you try for you, and let me know. This is really something that really helps. So if you do have those patterns, I also want to ask you to, or those thinking patterns, to make the loop again, write them down in a journal and actually look at them. Because oftentimes we feel like, yeah, that's only in my mind, and then I skip it again, and I'm not really precise, I'm not really taking too much attention to that piece, while actually when you start to write it out, you may even be shocked what is coming out, you know. And the question could be something like, what do I think of myself? Do I like myself? And I'm not saying to fake it. Don't fake it. It's not about faking until you make it. Write it out and see. And see in the words that you're writing down, like how much this is hurting you, how much you're hurting yourself. And feel that pain that lies behind that, because there is a lot of pain. And start to do this womb transformation that I just showed you before. You can adjust it accordingly as much as you need to. You know, do it longer than 5-10 minutes, do it a bit shorter. Really take your time. Most of those practices actually work wonderful. What you need is your presence to, I'm ready to let go, I'm ready to release, I'm ready to reopen, I'm ready to gain some knowledge, I'm ready to learn more about my womb, I'm ready to develop a new version of me, right? I'm opening up this space for the possibility that my body is transforming, and I'm doing that in my highest good of all and everything. And that also includes myself or yourself in that way. So really try doing that, and learn to do this in a very, very calm way, and look at it without judging yourself right away again. Just see what is coming out, see what is boiling up, let it come up, right? Let it come up. It's okay if it comes up. If it is stirring and all over your place, all over your face, right? You can just imagine it here and now and start to see, okay, I'm always saying this or that to myself, and I know this is coming from this or that. But instead of looking at what people used to say to you, come back here because you inserted that belief to yourself, and that needs to be released. You cannot do much over there, but you can do how you feel about yourself. You can make a change here by simply saying, okay, we did this. I accept that I have done that. I fooled myself, maybe. I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to fully cleanse and to fully release. You could even do some cord cutting if you want to, to rebuild. Yeah. I hope that was helpful. I really hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comment section. I actually think that the microphone today should be better. Let's see, it's always a little bit of a challenge to really do this properly. And yeah, if you're seeking a one-on-one, then have a look into the description box. There you find all the information. And with that said, thanks so much for being here. Oh, by the way, there is also the self-discovery course, which has about 6 modules that you could try. It's $47, that's US dollars. And yeah, you find all the information about that below. You find also the curriculum below in that link. And with that said, I would say see you next time. Bye bye.